Welcome, friends. Thank you for joining us as we continue with these great ideas given to us in the Ageless Wisdom teaching. Moving into a new rhythm from Taurus to Gemini, let's experiment with some new ways to assist us as we become a transformative group, bringing in the new energies for the new age. Breathing in, have you noticed the change, the shift, the rhythm, beginning to transition from the steady steps of Taurus, powerful Vulcan, pounding on the pavement of the path? Let us breathe into the beautiful energies of the sun. We enter, and we are entering into these energies as humanity in transition. As we enter into incarnation and we emerge through the darkness to develop personality, to align, to integrate, and fuse with the soul, we're given these words: lead us, O Lord, from darkness to light. At this point, we move into the soulful Venus, the Venusian energies as Venus begins dancing into and through the mind to the vibrations of the interplay of Gemini. The waxing and waning, subtle, yes, preparatory, yes, a reflection of the incoming pairs of opposites, back and forth, in and out, up and down, increasing our awareness of the incoming waxing and waning motion with a trill, even a thrill, of moving from the earth and that grounding into the axis of air and fire. Air, the mental plane. Fire, the solar plane. Gemini moves the etheric plane. It rules the etheric plane. Let's meditate briefly on this beautiful evocative image from the planetary system and incorporate some of the keynotes and words with Gemini: consciousness and the developing continuity of consciousness, duality and the increasing awareness of duality, the mutable cross, the cross itself, so important for all of humanity, and Gemini on all levels of influence, leading to flexibility of movement, mind, the principle of mind, the cause of duality, relationship, the polar union linking the higher and the lower, and the keynote of fluidity, one of the keynotes of Gemini. During the coming days, ponder on these concepts. Today, consider and reflect on using the clear seeing and the pure, joyful will, leaving all personality desire behind, and to ascend, in the words of Master Dwal Kul, in Gemini you will have an emerging recognition of duality, leading to new experience and growth. In all separative, intelligent forms, it is the effect of a cosmic energy, at present unknown to humanity. The waxing and the waning light which distinguishes soul experience from the first faint move towards incarnation and earth experience, the rise and fall of civilizations, and the growth and unfoldment of all cyclic manifestations are produced by the interplay between the two brothers, as it is called, back and forth, up and down, in and out. The cycles under the law of attraction and the law of repulsion. Listen to this particular piece and discern, if you can, that sense of the movement into incarnation and into earth experience, the cycles as the rise and fall of civilization and the growth and unfoldment of all cyclic manifestations. Ideas, moving from Taurus to Gemini, entering on the lower keyword of Gemini. Let instability do its work, and the higher keynote uttered by the soul itself. I recognize my other self, and in the waning of that self, I grow and glow. Eventually, moving into group work, where I recognize my other self, and in the waning of that self, I grow and glow in group formation. Today, at this moment, consider interplay. We are told that, by Master Dwalkul, by studying and reading with a care a group interplay is set up, the group becomes more closely integrated, the units in it more closely linked together, and as a group more closely blended in the unfolding plan of the Great Ones. The masters of the ageless wisdom are building and planning for the future and for humanity, and not for the personal unfoldment of any particular aspirant. The individual growth is of no tremendous significance. The formation and development of a band of pledged aspirants is the goal, trained to work together and to respond in unison to a teaching. It's a real moment to those of us who are responsible. That is, it is a real moment to those masters who are responsible for the training and for the preparation of a group of world disciples who will function with freedom and power in a later cycle. This is the motivation for us to grow in group interplay, to grow and glow. The intersection of the 7 rays and the 7 planes is given to us in this visual representation by Duane Carpenter, seeing it electrically as polar opposites, the Diamond Sutra. Contemplate on this image in relation to the 7 rays and the themes of Gemini duality, condition, interplay. This relation established by the 3 rulers of Gemini, Venus, Uranus, and Saturn. Master Dwalkul tells us, it is this problem of energy units and their mutual interplay which underlies the entire subject of the rays, which we investigate in his teachings. Each group in the world is a nucleus for the focusing and interplay of the 7 types of force, just as every human being is also a meeting place for the 7 types of energy, 2 in the ascendant and 5 less potent. Every group can consequently be a creative center and produce that which is an expression of the controlling energies and of the directed thought of the thinkers in the group. From the standpoint of those who see and guide, therefore, every group is constructing something that is relatively tangible and governed by certain building laws. The great work of the builders proceeds steadily, every group, every one, a creative center. In Gemini, mutability, the consciousness of the dualities, the forces uniting, governed by certain building laws, and the great work of the builders proceeds steadily. As the haiku master Basho says, The mind goes, and then it comes back again. We reach to the higher through the fogs of glamour and illusion. We prepare in Gemini for the journey through glamour and illusion, the coming cycles, as we move forward toward Capricorn and the festival of the new group of world servers, the One World Serving Group. We may want to explore more deeply the law of polar union. From the Natural Laws Archive, the systemic law is said to be the esoteric or hidden name of the law of magnetic impulse. Both share the same symbol and are related to the energy quality of love wisdom. As there are very few references to the law, and each reference is made in relation to the law of magnetic impulse, this is the way that it is explained from the perspective of this particular interpreter. The law of polar union facilitates group self, soul, relations, and fusion, building energy works with self through groups, raising group consciousness, and fusing group diversity in meditation and service. It is interesting to note that in Gemini, the second post-apartheid president of South Africa was born toward the close of the Geminian cycle in 1942, on June 18th. When we consider that Gemini rules the etheric plane, let's listen to the traditional South African folk song that became a sounding board for the shift from apartheid to a greater freedom. The call to the miners in the mountains to go forward on the train of change to accelerate the activities, accelerate the interplay, to bring the pairs of opposites into a union, a new union. Underpinning this struggle of rising out of the system of apartheid, Freedom One, is a simple haiku given to us reflecting the subtle energies required. Simply trust. Do not the petals flutter down, just like that. From the haiku master, Isa. An esoteric haiku in the form of a formula. Lead us, O Lord, from the unreal to the real. Gemini is the most important aspect of the mutable cross. That mutable cross producing that constant flux and periodic change in time and space, which will provide a field of adequate experience for the unfoldment of the Christ life and consciousness. In the next part, we'll prepare for the festival of humanity, the festival of the Christ, the full moon, usually in early June. This year, it is at the very end of May. On the mutable cross, we first become interpreters in this constant flux and periodic change. Let's listen to a famous pianist who was born May 16th, the very end of Taurus, and that Taurus sun moved and progressed into Gemini. Listening to his interpretive improvisation, it follows that he says, "Improvisation allows me to, like an actor, identify with his role, expressing things in music." As we move forward every day, consider how you are using your hands, the hands ruled by Gemini, the brothers working together in harmony, cooperation, with increasing coordination. And let simplicity and unity of the two brothers become keynotes in every moment, Manas and Buddhi. As we move forward together, Master Dwalkul tells us in Discipleship in a New Age, Volume 2, quote, "Simplicity and unity are related. Simplicity is one-pointedness of outlook, free from glamour and the intricacies of the thought-form-making mind. Simplicity is clarity of purpose and steadfastness in intention and in effort, untrammeled by questioning and devious introspection. Simplicity leads to simple loving, asking nothing, nothing in return. Simplicity leads to silence, not silence as an escape mechanism, but as an occult retention of speech, unquote. Remember the silence of the Wesak and the energies that we integrated in Taurus as we move into this time of waxing and waning, stretching our minds out around the world to embrace other representations of this Geminian energy. Let's listen to this famous sitar player and composer, this Geminian mind, and as her hands play the sitar with fluidity and grace, there's this merging and blending and exploration, experimentation, bringing the music of her homeland into a variety of other cultural expressions through music, sound, vibration. Now, let's listen to this meditative piece on the sitar, expressing also this fluidity moving into it, a new rhythm looking toward the sun along the path, the road of the higher way into the valley of experience, experiment, expressing recognition of the other self, the light of that self, grow. Ponder on the path. Experience duality. Recognize the other self with true simplicity. Move into a new rhythm to grow and glow. Recognize the other self in the waning of that self. True simplicity. Grow, and yet we glow, to experience another rhythm and expand across the great valley of duality. The world of do is only a world of do, and yet we move into a new rhythm. You may challenge yourself to find and listen to prompts from a deeper experience in Gemini, tuning into the higher mind as you experience a wide variety of expressions. This one, drawn from a posting on Instagram, is available to you also on YouTube, Tao Dance Theater. So this is the end of part 1, moving from Taurus to Gemini. Part 2 will be broadcast on May 24th, as we move into the expansion of consciousness in Gemini as the soul. And part 3 will be broadcast on May 27th, linking to the highest expression of Gemini, the festival of humanity, the Christ, goodwill, and the great invocation. For further study and a deeper exploration of the topics which we covered today, here are some websites that you may wish to visit: the Planetary System, lightweaver.com, Natural Laws Archive, and of course, Lucis Trust. Hold fast to thinking with simplicity and unity in this time of waxing and waning that will move us forward together as one, as we explore the themes, the travel, and as we travel and journey together toward the Gemini full moon, the festival of goodwill.